Let me ask you something honest. Have you ever walked past a neighbor's garden and felt that quiet sting of envy, even though your flowers are just as beautiful and your soil just as well tended? Here is the secret they are not telling you. It is not the flowers making their garden look that good. It is the edges. A single afternoon of proper edging can transform an ordinary yard into something that makes people slow their car down just to take a second look. Today on Smart Senior Gardeners, we are sharing 12 brilliant edging ideas for every budget, every style, and every senior gardener who deserves a yard they are genuinely proud of. Stay with us until the end because idea number 8 was designed specifically with senior gardeners in mind, and it might be the most practical thing we have ever shared. If Smart Senior Gardeners has ever given you an idea worth using, tap that subscribe button right now and ring that bell. Now let us get into it. Why your edges matter more than your flowers. Landscaping experts consistently say that the condition of your garden edges has more impact on how your yard looks than the plants themselves. Think about that. You could have the most gorgeous roses on the street, but ragged edges mean visitors notice the mess before they ever notice the blooms. A well-placed edge stops grass from creeping into your beds, keeps mulch and soil off your paths during rain, and according to property experts, can genuinely increase your home's value. Think of edging as the frame around a painting. Without it, even a masterpiece looks unfinished. And here is a controversial thought I want your honest opinion on. I believe the condition of a person's garden edges reveals more about their character as a gardener than anything else in the yard. Do you agree? Tell me in the comments. Idea number 1. Classic brick borders. Brick has earned its place as one of the most trusted edging materials in gardening history. The warm earth tones work with any garden style, and properly laid brick lasts for decades with almost no upkeep. Lay bricks horizontally for a subtle edge, or stand them vertically for something more dramatic. Try a diagonal herringbone pattern for an effect that will make your neighbors genuinely stop and stare. And here is the insider tip. Reclaimed bricks from salvage yards carry a weathered character that brand new bricks simply cannot replicate. They look like they have always belonged there. Idea number 2. The natural spade edge. This one costs absolutely nothing. Using a flat spade or half-moon edger, cut a clean trench between your lawn and your garden bed. The contrast between dark, rich soil and bright green grass creates a boundary that looks surprisingly expensive without spending a penny. What experienced gardeners know that beginners do not is that this 1 hour of spade edging on a quiet morning, with birds singing and soil smelling fresh, is one of the most satisfying things you will ever do in your garden. Pure, honest, and completely free. Idea number 3. Cobble pavers and stone paths. Granite cobbles create a high-end border that landscape architects describe as genuinely timeless. They add just enough height to contain loose materials like bark and pea gravel that always want to drift. And as your plants fill in and spill generously forward over the season, those cobblestones hold their ground with quiet dignity. That is exactly what good edging does. Idea number 4. Living hedge borders. This is the one that turns a garden into a destination. Low-growing varieties like boxwood or dwarf barberry trimmed into neat knee-high borders give your flower beds a lush, living frame that evolves beautifully with the seasons. It changes color, produces texture, and attracts beneficial insects your whole garden benefits from. Pair it with a bird bath or small fountain, and your garden takes on a formal quality that people remember long after leaving your street. Are you already using a living hedge border? Tell us what variety in the comments. The whole community would love to know. Idea number 5. Mix metal and stone together. A low steel edge at the back of a raised herb bed keeps everything elevated and accessible. Stone blocks along the front path stop soil from drifting during rain. Add a strip of loose gravel between the two and you have drainage, beauty, and function all working together. It looks like it came straight from a professional garden design magazine. And you did it yourself. If these ideas are helping you, share this video with a friend from your gardening group right now. It genuinely helps smart senior gardeners grow and reach more people who deserve these ideas every week. Idea number 6. Bold boulder edging. Not every gardener wants to be subtle. Large boulders placed along a planting bed make a dramatic statement that smaller materials simply cannot. And here is the part senior gardeners especially love. Boulders are heavy enough to hold their position through rain, wind, and foot traffic without any digging or installation work at all. You place them, they stay. Your work is done for life. Idea number 7. Wood planks with gravel. Cedar and redwood paired with a gravel path create a combination that works beautifully in almost every garden setting. Both woods resist rot and pest damage naturally without any chemical treatment, which matters greatly for senior gardeners who prefer keeping their garden clean and chemical-free. The wood provides organic warmth against the cool texture of stone, and the result looks both deliberate and deeply natural at the same time. Idea number 8. Decorative containers as borders. Pay close attention here because this idea was designed with senior gardeners specifically in mind. Corrugated metal planters arranged in a line create a stylish modern border while simultaneously growing your herbs, trailing flowers, or strawberries. But here is why this matters so much for our community. The raised height means less bending, less kneeling, and less strain on your back and joints during planting and harvesting. Your garden stays beautiful and your body stays comfortable. That is smart senior gardening. Idea number 9. Asymmetrical stepping stone edges. Here is a beautiful truth not enough people talk about. Perfection is overrated. Asymmetrical stones placed on their sides along a path create a boundary that feels artistic and intentional without being rigid or fussy. The trick is choosing stones with similar thickness and a complementary color family, so the overall effect reads as composed even when nothing is perfectly straight. This is edging with personality, and personality is always worth more than perfection. Idea number 10. Formal double brick rows. For the gardener who loves structure and clean lines, laying 2 rows of bricks side by side, one horizontal and one vertical, creates a bold, formal edge that commands genuine attention. The upright row acts as a small retaining wall, while the horizontal row provides a flat, mowable surface alongside. If your home has Georgian or Victorian character, this edging technique was practically made for it. Idea number 11. Sturdy stone in high-traffic areas. Near your dining area or heavily used garden path, stone edging is the most practical and lasting choice available. It does not crack under pressure, warp in heat, or shift in heavy rain, and it requires almost nothing from you in terms of ongoing maintenance. Sandstone, limestone, and slate each bring their own unique coloring and texture. Choose the stone that complements your home, and the result will look like it was always meant to be exactly there. Idea number 12. Subtle steel edging. A thin steel strip installed flush with the soil surface creates a barely there boundary that contains mulch and soil perfectly while allowing your plants to take all the visual glory. Corten steel develops a warm, rusty brown patina over time that blends naturally with soil and foliage, growing more beautiful every single year. A quality every senior gardener can truly appreciate. Aluminum is the lighter, budget-friendly version that bends easily around curves and never rusts. Quick installation tips before we go. Whatever edging you choose, always dig a trench 3 to 6 inches deep so your material sits firmly. Pack soil tightly around the base. For curves, use flexible materials like aluminum or Corten steel rather than rigid stone. Check for movement after heavy rain. Done right once, your edging will give you years of low-maintenance beauty ahead. Your garden is already something to be proud of. Every plant you have grown and every season you have shown up deserves to be properly framed. The only step left is choosing one idea and getting started today. Tell us in the comments which of these 12 ideas speaks to your garden right now. Give this video a like if it helped you. Share it with a fellow gardening enthusiast. And make sure you are subscribed to Smart Senior Gardeners with the notification bell on so you never miss a single tip we share every week. Your garden is waiting, and now you have everything you need to give it the beautiful defined edges it has always deserved. We will see you in the next one.